Greetings, Father. This message is to let you know that after a week of arduous travel, I have reached the local trading post and have found a pilot willing to let me tag along when they make their next supply delivery to the Wormlord's fortress. We leave shortly. I will reactivate my recorder once we get close to the fortress and leave it running the entire time. Once my mission is complete, I will send you the video file so that you might know the outcome of my mission without having to wait for my return. I hope things are well at home. Have you been able to prevent the shaman from convincing more of the populace to lay down on the plain as sacrifices to sate the worm's appetites? If he does convince another group, please point out to them that he is very eager to encourage others to sacrifice, but is loath to personally do so. I must admit to some doubt as to the Wormlord's ability to help us when I started out, but upon seeing this fortress, my confidence has grown. This is a stupendous construction, wholly terrifying. Now, with my trepidation firmly in hand, I begin the ascent to what the pilot has assured me is the Wormlord's throne room. As I enter the throne room, the throne itself is massive and ornate, but the Wormlord himself immediately captures your gaze. All glory to the Wormlord, may he rule for 1,000 years. I have come to ask your assistance, O Great One. Our village finds itself in the middle of a worm migration path, and their repeated appearance has nearly destroyed us. I have come to beg of you, can you redirect their path? My family has farmed this land since time immemorial. My ancestors have all been returned to this earth, and I would like to be able to do the same when my time comes. Our valley is incredibly fecund. I can promise you a tithe of our harvest every year if you can find it in your heart to help us.
I shall grant you your wish. Now go. They will leave you alone.
Upon my return to the landing pad, the pilot expressed his astonishment. Most of the supplicants he brought here didn't even exit the ship when confronted by the specter of the fortress, and those that did returned swiftly, terrified, with tales of creatures in containers and pulsing growths. I was the first supplicant he'd ever seen return from an actual audience with the Wormlord. Perhaps it was my tenacity in reaching him that convinced him we were worthy of his help. Regardless of the why, you heard the Wormlord. The worms will bother us no more. Gather the populace, for we have repairs to commence, and once the repairs are done, we will repay the Wormlord's magnanimity with tithings, the likes of which he has never seen. On the subject of the shaman, Since he has proven himself to be so thoroughly wrong, I think a physical inspection of his brain matter is in order. If someone could see to that before I return, it would make my homecoming all the sweeter. I will see you soon, Father. The return trip will be quicker than my leaving, for hope has given my feet wings. As we flew away, I looked back to see the Wormlord standing atop his fortress. I imagined the air around him crackling with power as he made his wishes known to the worms.